Guys, welcome back to another interesting session on Discover and Learn. I am your communications coach and a soft skill trainer by profession, and I'm here to help you out with all your communications problems and to help you speak English fluently and confidently. Well, guys, practice makes a man perfect. We all know this, and we also know that practicing in the right direction will help us in improving our English fast, right? So right approach, right practice is the key. So today I'm going to give you 10 YouTube channels which will help you in your English speaking practice or in listening and practicing English speaking. These are very interesting channels, and it is not about English speaking. It is about different topics. As I always tell you, you have to focus on different topics to get knowledge so that you can speak on any topic anywhere with anyone. So that is why I've chosen 10 YouTube channels with different topics, so that when you start listening to them, you'll get an understanding of different topics and how we can speak on those topics. So guys, let's get started. But before that, if you haven't subscribed my channel, do subscribe my channel, like and share my videos, do write your comments in the comment section, and don't forget to press the notification icon so that you get all my videos on time, free of cost. Let's start. The first thing I'm going to tell you about news channels which you can follow or which you can start listening to. Okay, there are lots of news channels you can listen to. It's just that I just wanted to give you an example so that it's easier for you to understand which channel you can watch. You don't have to do your homework. I am doing it for you. Okay, the first one is BBC. You can watch BBC News. It is a worldwide news. It contains news across the world. So if you want to listen to news which is across the world, you can listen to BBC. There's another channel which is called Al Jazeera. You can listen to Al Jazeera. You can listen to Indian news channels also. You can listen to First Post. You can listen to WION, India Today, etc., etc., whatever you like listening to. If you have options, you can just listen to those. If you don't have an option, you can just try these channels like BBC, Al Jazeera, First Post, WION, probably India Today, or anything else. News Laundry, for that matter, is also a great channel you can listen to. Okay, so in news section also I've given you 4 to 5 options. So these are the 4 to 5 channels which you can view on YouTube. They have come up on YouTube as well, so you can start watching them. And there are lots of small channels which are in English, of course, you can watch them as well. But these are a few names which I wanted to tell you so that you can just start watching. And while listening to news, what it does is you will get knowledge about different topics, what is happening across the world, right? You'll get to know everything. You'll gain knowledge about what is happening and how you can talk about it, right, when the topic comes up. So by listening to all these channels, you'll get an understanding of the topic, understanding of what is happening around the world, which will help you or make your life easier to speak in English about it, right? So that is why start watching these channels to improve your speaking skills and listening skills. Okay, the next one I wanted to talk to you about is travel vlogs. What all travel vlogs you can watch which are in English and which are very much interesting. I love watching them, guys. If you start watching these channels, definitely you're going to learn a lot and you're going to enjoy more. Okay, so the first one is NAS Daily, NAS Daily. So NAS Daily is also a very interesting channel to watch. I have watched a lot of episodes on NAS Daily. So this is a very interesting channel, and they have a lot of different topics they come up with, and the concept is very different, and they come up with 1-minute videos and a lot more, different kind of videos, and they speak about it, and you'll get to know about a lot of things, people, culture, food, etc., what not. Okay, so NAS Daily is one platform which you can watch, which is very interesting also. Trust me on this. The second one is Yes Theory. YES Theory. Yes Theory. This is another channel which is similar to NAS Daily. So that is also travel vlog sort of. So they go to different countries and they come up with something unique about that country and they tell you about that. be the culture or the population or kind of history or food, anything. They just come up something with something unique and they tell you about it, and it's very interesting to watch. So you can start watching these kind of channels as well. It will help you to start understanding a lot of things. You will be able to improve your listening as well, and you can ultimately start talking about those things after gaining knowledge. Once you start gaining knowledge, you will be able to definitely speak on it as well. These are channels which will help you in your speaking practice and your listening practice. So these are two channels which travel vlogs, which is definitely going to help you in your English speaking journey. Next category I'm going to talk about is food vlogs. There are some food bloggers also which I really enjoy watching. I have watched every episode of these vloggers, trust me on this. I really like them. Whenever a video comes, I have to watch that. So I really enjoy watching their videos, and I have watched a lot of videos. You might have your own choices as well. But it's just that you don't have to do the homework. I have done it for you, so I'm giving you ready-made choices. You can just start viewing this, and then you will get recommendations, and then you can start looking out for your own choice. Okay, but these are very interesting. You will definitely love it. The first channel is Mark Wiens. Mark Wiens has a channel. The channel's name is Mark Wiens. So he started the channel on his name. He travels across every country, and he tastes their food, and he talks about their food, and he will show you what food he has eaten and how it is and everything. So he has come to India also many times, and his Indian series is also very interesting. So Mark Wiens is one you can watch. Another channel he has started is Mark Abroad. So that is also of Mark Wiens. So Mark Abroad is also another channel. Next one I love watching is the Food Ranger. I really love watching his vlogs, the Food Ranger. He also goes to every country and he talks about food, their food, right? Their typical food, what they eat for breakfast, lunch, dinner. They go to different places and for lunch or breakfast or dinner, and they have those things and they tell you how it is. Okay, so another channel is the Food Ranger. If you talk about Indian food bloggers, I am a big fan of Kripal Amana. He has two channels. One is Food Lovers TV, that is also very interesting, and the other one is Kripal Amana. Okay, so these are the two channels he has started on YouTube, and these are very interesting. I love watching Food Lovers TV. You will get a lot of reviews and the food habits and the kind of food which is served in South India, North India, wherever he has traveled, he has just spoken about the food and he has eaten the food and he has reviewed the food as well. So I love watching these channels. Give it a try, guys. You will also love watching these. Definitely. So these are some channels which are based on food vlogging, which I really enjoy. So you can start watching this. You will get a lot of knowledge and experience and on these topics, and it will be much easier for you to speak on these. Okay, you will get an idea also. What you can also do, guys, here is while listening to these people, you can also start imitating them. You can start shadowing them. You can start imitating them. You can start role playing, right? You can also switch on your camera and just pretend to start vlogging about anything, probably your food which you're eating. So you'll get a clue how you can do it. Yeah, that is the advantage of active listening. So when you will watch all these things, you will be listening actively to those people and you will grasping things. And once you understand how they do it, you can also start imitating them. Right? You can also start performing role plays. You can also become a food blogger. You can also become a travel blogger. Right? You can start talking about any topic which you have heard in the news, on the news platform. Right? You can start doing it. That is the advantage of watching something or listening to something in English. You can just start imitating. You can just start shadowing. You can just start repeating after them. You can just summarize them. Whichever, you can start role playing them. So you can do a lot of activities out of it. Okay, well, now the last category I'm going to talk about is the comedy shows. I love comedy, whether it is in English or Hindi, whatever. I love watching comedy. It's very light-hearted. You become very stress-free. When you start watching comedy, you will start laughing out loud. You will start enjoying that moment and you will feel very light, de-stressed. You'll feel happy. Okay, you'll forget all your stress. So that is why comedy is very important. And the other thing I'll tell you guys is, if you start understanding English comedy, which means you are fluent in English, because English comedy is little difficult to understand. And I'm not talking about Hollywood comedy, right? So there are lots of comedians who do English comedy also, English comedians, or foreign comedians who do a lot of English comedy, but it gets little difficult for us to understand because we are not native to those places, right? We don't know about their culture and their speaking skills and everything, so we don't understand the jokes very well. But coming to Indian English comedians, it's very easy for us to understand. And if you are really able to understand English comedy, Indian English comedy also, you're definitely fluent in English and you will be able to speak also. So give it a try, give it a shot, keep practicing, stay consistent, stay motivated, and you will crack the deal, or you will reach the goal for sure. So coming back to the topic, I'm going to talk about some comedians whom you can watch to entertain yourself, to enjoy your time, and to activate your listening skills and to enhance your speaking skills as well. The first one is Nif Prakasan. I love her comedy. I don't know why. I love her comedy. There are lots of them, but Nif Prakashan is someone I really admire. Her comedy is good. There's another person who's very famous, Veer Das. He has started his channel by Veer Das Comedy. So his comedy is also very good. I love his comedy as well, Veer Das. Apart from Veer Das, we have Azim Banatwala. He also does a good comedy. There are lots of Hindi comedians also. Of course, I enjoy them as well. But here, since this is a platform wherein I'm talk to you about English, speaking English, listening to English, and surrounding yourself in English, immersing yourself in English. So that is why I am speaking about only English comedians or comedians who only speaks in English or who delivers their comedy in English. Okay, so Azim Banatwala is also one, Nif Prakashan is one, and Veer Das is another one. So these are the three which I usually prefer watching, and there are lots more. So start watching these. You will get an idea of how people speak, how they share their ideas, their thoughts, in a small duration of time, in minimum sentences. They send across a big idea. So you have to learn a lot from comedy also. There are lots to learn from comedy. Once you start watching, once you start understanding comedy, you will definitely start understanding how they speak, how they present their ideas, and how easily they communicate with people, right? So these are the things we need to learn from these shows or these channels. Okay, another category I really love watching is Discovery Channel or Nat Geo Wild. So I love watching nature, the ocean animals, the land animals, or anything else, life in mountains or life in, forest, whatever, they have, whatever episodes they come up with. I really love watching. I love watching ocean animals and life inside the ocean. Bear Grylls was one of my favorite, and I'm sure you all must know about him, right? Since childhood, I have been watching this person and I really like his shows, Bear Grylls. So you can start watching his shows on Discovery. So there are lots of things to watch on Discovery. There are lots of things you can watch on Nat Geo Wild. And there are many, channels which do, come up with these kind of contents, right? They are in English. So you'll get to learn about animals, animals, fishes, birds, nature, etc., etc. So if you're interested in nature, you can just start watching these channels also. These are really going to help you in gaining knowledge about different subjects, different topics. And once you have the knowledge, have the understanding of different topics, it will be much, much, much easier for you to start speaking on it. But the first thing you have to do is you have to start practicing on your own. Okay, before going out and speaking, how do you practice? As I told you, you are watching all these things, all these channels. Start imitating them. Pick up your camera or mobile and start vlogging, travel vlogging, food vlogging. Probably you start speaking about news, something you have heard in the news. You start speaking about it. You've watched Bear Grylls. You know how he survives in the forest, in the jungle, or wherever. So you can just start sharing your thoughts on that. When you have heard any comedy, you can start describing that. You can start imitating that person, shadowing that person probably. Take that dialogue and start repeating that. If you liked some comedy. So start doing all these things. When you start practicing in this way, it will be much easier for you to start speaking. Start speaking in English. So what you can do is, while listening to these YouTube channels, you can enhance your listening skills and your understanding and your knowledge. You will build up on your understanding, you'll build up on your knowledge, which will ultimately help you to speak in English, right? So you have to start practicing. So start practicing in this way, whatever you have heard. So start practicing it by role playing or by speaking with them or repeating after them or shadowing with them or role playing, whatever you like. Start doing that and you will see the difference. You have to be consistent, guys. At least for a month you have to practice in this way to see the results. And definitely you will see that your speaking skills are getting better day by day, right? Well guys, that's a wrap for today. I'll see you in my next session. Until then, keep speaking, keep learning, keep watching and keep exploring. See you, bye-bye and take care.